love this other guy? Do you love him like you love me? Do you?
Of course not. I won't love anyone like I love you.
But maybe tonight. Okay? We'll figure it out.
Love. Romance films have been a prominent part of cinema since the foundation of film. Films that are based in the romance genre are centered around passion, emotion, and the journey the main characters take in order to affirm their genuine affections to each other. Romance films make the story compelling through the act of falling in love or the search for love. The characters in these films often face obstacles that threaten their relationship. The formula for romantic film is pretty simple and pretty universally used. Tell me if you've seen this before. There's the meet cute, the butterfly moment where a boy meets girl for the first time, which sets up the tone of their relationship and establishes how the film will progress. Next comes the chase, the cat and mouse moments where the couple start to fall in love as the story progresses. Here we really see the couple's chemistry and how they start to come together. Then there are the gushy moments, the loving moments that make us fall in love with the characters as they affirm that they're in love too. Just when you think the couple is going to live happily ever after, there's the ultimatum, the moment that defines their relationship and a turning point in the tone of the film, a point where the couple isn't sure they can continue being together. This brings about the tearjerker moment, the part where one or both of the characters have gotten their hearts broken and the mourning period in which they grieve over the memories of the relationship that once was. Finally, we reach the resolution, the soul-searching moment where the character or characters find themselves and figure out what to do next. They reconcile with their feelings and either realize their love is stronger than some obstacle put before them, or realize they can't go through the heartbreak again and find new lovers and move on with their lives. Sounds like every love story ever, pretty much, right? Well, that's essentially the romance movie most people are used to. There are plenty of films that subvert and cast a different take on the genre, making us look at romance in different forms. These films include Michel Gondry's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Spike Jonze's Her, Jason Reitman's Juno, and Yorgos Lanthimos' The Lobster. One film that is a prime example of the subversion of the genre is Jacques Audiard's film Rust and Bone. Starring French superstars such as Marion Cotillard and Matthias Schoenaerts, the film centers around Ali, an unemployed man who has to support his son, and Stephanie, an orca trainer. French cinema is largely structured around the subversion of the conventions that are established in film. Rust and Bone is no different, as it takes inspiration from the French New Wave style. The movie is, in itself, very different from the traditional love story that we just covered. Rather, it's a really gritty movie that takes on a unique twist on two people who end up falling in love. As opposed to creating a meet-cute type scene in some quirky location like a coffee shop or a bookstore, one of the characters, Stephanie, gets into a fight at a nightclub where Ali works as a bouncer. Ali is trying to make ends meet and care for his son Sam while waiting for his career as a fighter to pick up. This is particularly notable because it defies that convention and almost makes it real. When he drives her home and looks at the bruises on her legs, it's not only foreshadowing what's going to happen in the movie, but also makes it a little more intimate. There's also a considerable amount of tragic drama that occurs throughout the film. The moment when Stephanie, played by the beautiful and incredibly talented Marion Cotillard, realizes that she lost her legs following an accident that occurs at the aquarium that she works at is a tragic turning point early on in the film. This event causes Stephanie to enter a terminal depression, which eventually sets up the romance. This is a particular example of why this film is so defiant to the traditional love story. There is no resolvable conflict or any small obstacle that is stopping the character Stephanie from love. There is just the character and her new reality that was forced upon her, and the fact that she will no longer be able to walk or do many things that she loved to do ever again. The movie continues onward, however, and begins to delve into a point where, in a traditional romantic film, the pair would begin their cat and mouse aspect of their relationship. This, of course, is not the case. While Ali and Stephanie spend more time together, they do not start to feel love. Rather, it's a mix of pity and carnal instinct. There are no sweet, tender moments, no awkward comical events that make you fall in love with them. It's a man and a woman who have lost everything and just need to feel normal again. We need to be able to feel like they're human. a very basic yet complex need that we all feel from time to time. And that's how the romance happens. That's how we as an audience start to connect with these two very different people, these lovers who are brought together not because their paths are star-crossed, but rather they're brought together because of tragedy. The moment they make eye contact during one of Ali's fights is when the two begin to realize they're in love with each other. Ali continues to succumb to hardship as the movie progresses. From his sister kicking him out of her place, to losing touch with Stephanie, to his son Sam falling through ice on a frozen lake, to breaking his hands punching through the ice to save Sam. Despite this, he wins a fight in Warsaw which Stephanie was watching. He then takes Sam by the hand and leaves a hotel they were staying in, further subverting a genre where there is normally a resolution at the end of a relationship, allowing characters to move on. However, true to French cinema, the film ends without closure or explaining what happens to the characters. Rather, it just ends. The movie focuses on a powerful theme, hunger. Hunger in this film represents sexual desire, emotional desperation, and the longing for freedom and a sense of security. Each of the characters embody a type of this hunger. While Sam is literally hungry for food, he is also hungry for his father's love, to be accepted and wanted by the person who takes care of him. Ali's sister Anna is hungry for the sense of security, something that she loses when she lets Ali back into her life. For Ali, he is hungry for power, for glory and fame. He wants what he believes he deserves and will put that in front of others' well-being, especially his son. Stephanie, on the other hand, is hungry for a normal life, to feel comfortable with herself again. She's looking for acceptance for who she is. When she goes back to the aquarium, she has an interesting interaction with one of the orcas. It's here where she accepts herself and lets go of what happened to her, filling her hunger for acceptance and anguish, and opening herself up to love. Both characters, Ali and Stephanie, find solace in each other despite their constant and desperate hunger. Sex also plays a large role in this film. The desire, the need for human interaction is what drives these two together. For Ali, sex is a very casual thing he does regularly throughout the film. Stephanie, in contrast, only has sex with those she feels comfortable with, making it an intimate experience. Both shed their inhibitions in order to become comfortable with each other. Their relationship began with the exploration into whether or not Stephanie could still feel from her waist down. However, it turns into real feelings. Audiard redefines the romance genre through the very real, very human aspect of these two characters. Romantic movies often have this airy feel, setting unrealistic and improbable scenarios with people who just don't exist. There's no perfect guy who'll always know what to say and make huge displays of affection. There's no perfect manic pixie dream girl who is always looking for her Prince Charming. Audiard emphasizes and shows this is real life. These are people who are broken and find their way to being whole with each other. And that, in a crushingly realistic and almost macabre way, is the most beautiful romantic story of all.